On Monday morning, we start at 9:05 with Brave Star, and of course there's Maggot Moments and all the rest of the malarkey. Now a star-studded, get it, stars, Parallel 9.
Calendula.
Guilty! The Time Barons will take time away from you. From now until forever, you will only wake for 2 hours on the 6th day of the 7 cycle. You will only know the day they call Saturday. Do you have anything to say?
Oh, bubbles.
It's time for you to pay. Just 10 minutes. You've broken every rule. On the limit. They're gonna take your time away. Time on after it. And show us now to stay.
Welcome back to Parallel 9, where Skin, Steel, and Mercator are still in Netherspace, and Cal is still trapped on Earth. They were all banished there after losing the final round of the 72 zillions Raddock question 3 weeks ago. I am all alone, a trope with no hope.
Oh, shut up. At least you haven't been trapped inside a television set for 3 weeks. It's awful.
It's more than awful. It hasn't even got Nikon digital stereo, and there is no room.
No, I've spent the last 3 weeks with Skin's foot stuck in my ear.
Oh, I'm sorry, dearest.
I am not your dearest.
I'm sorry, darling.
Oh, this is unbearable. Tope, you can help us. I need you to summon someone who's a friend to us on Parallel 9 and won't object to doing us a favour.
Oh, yes, please, Tope, and please be as quick as possible.
Yes.
Well, I have many guests to summon this morning. Kylie Minogue will be performing live for us, plus more live music from the new look Betty Boo. We'll be meeting the man behind The Snowman, author Raymond Briggs with his new book, and we'll be reviewing the new full-length cartoon Freddy is FR07. Comic actor Mike McShane will be here. Plus, there's more cartoon action from Swamp Thing, and we'll be finding out who'll get to meet Michael Jackson tomorrow. I also summon elders Amy Davis and Karina Byrne and youngster Andy Peters. Amy is 10 and comes from Mortlake. Her favorite food is donuts, and her hobbies are swimming, dancing, and singing. Karina is also age 10 and comes from Putney. She loves watching horror films and would like to own a pet lion. Andy Peters is more than 10. He comes from the broom cupboard. His best friends are Ed the Duck and Philippa Forrester. Andy has brought Elmer's letters with ideas for getting Mercator and the others out of Netherspace.
Oh, see,
Andy, will you please take the letters to the Watcher?
Tope, I've got many letters with loads of suggestions here. My favourite being from Candy Smith, who calls you a talk.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Thank you for putting those on the ground, because Mercator can now collect their thoughts.
Yes, my eyebrows are picking them up already. They're twitching. Oh, what brilliant ideas you've sent us, elders. Andy, you can help me. I need you. I'm going to try something I've never tried before in my life.
Right, okay.
I'm going to cast a spell by remote control, but I need my time tambourine. Your what? It's a mystical musical instrument that will enable me to carry out this feat. Andy, it's by the news pool.
Now, that's the very cold bit, Mercator, isn't it?
It's the high, spiky bit.
Right, OK, come on, let's
Just
go. We'll go and
hurry
get
up, please, Andy.
Oh, great. Our one chance of getting back to Parallel 9 is in the hands of a man whose best friend is a duck.
Now, don't get overexcited, darling.
Will you get it into your thick Thorburn head that I am not your darling?
Oh, you're so attractive when you're angry. You're even more beautiful now.
While we're waiting for Andy to appear with the time tambourine, perhaps now would be a good time to see one of the most unusual pop groups we've seen on Parallel 9. It's Link and Bikini with Kissing. Kissing, kissing. I summon you back from Link and Bikini to join Andy, who has found Mercator's time tambourine. If I had any fingers, I would cross them.
Yes. I didn't think on Parallel 9 they had anything as basic as a tambourine, but hopefully this is what you want, Mercator.
That's what I want. Please just shake it. Wriggle your wrist. Get it to make its music.
Oh, sorry, wrong arm.
That's right. Yes, yes, it's working, it's working. I can feel it. Oh, the sands of time are shifting under my feet. Yes, my magic is coming back. It's gathering, it's gathering.
Oh, Mercator, something's happening.
I'm feeling rather negative.
That is time moving backwards. You must help it. Now my magic with time is aligned, and I wish these last 3 weeks to rewind. Rewind. I shall now rewind time back before we got sent to Netherspace. Back before Spam Eulalux asked us a trick question in his wretched quiz. A question we can now answer.
The tension mounts, and the 72 zillions Raddock question is... Will Coil and Mercator help release their friends from Netherspace? Let's find out. Do you feel lucky?
Actually, I do. I feel lucky.
Okay, Coil and Mercator, this one's for you. If you win, you can have your friends back. If you lose, it's a bong on the gong and then you're gone. What sentence have the Time Barons imposed upon Mercator that keep him here?
I know the answer to that one only too well. I am allowed my freedom only on the 6th day of the 7 cycles.
Except for the next 2 Saturdays, which, according to that scroll, have been cancelled due to essential maintenance work on the Stargate.
Incredible. Completely correct. Well, here are your friends.
Oh, Skin, we're back! Oh, I couldn't hug you. No, actually, on second thoughts, perhaps not.
This isn't what was supposed to happen.
We know.
We've already experienced what's supposed to happen.
Yes, and we did not like it.
No.
No.
I charge you that you did attempt to commit a member of the Zarbian royal family illegally to Netherspace. No buts! And you will be taken 3 weeks into the future to face trial there. And Cal, you shall go first to meet our first guest.
Phew! I'm back to today again, I think. We are about to meet Raymond Briggs, the man who wrote and illustrated books such as the Father Christmas books, When the Wind Blows, Fungus the Bogeyman, and the man who created this chap, probably the most famous snowman in the world. Oh, Raymond, welcome to Parallel 9.
Hello.
Well, that was a screen version of the snowman, and this is your latest book, The Man. And here he is. Your very own drawings, I see. This is the first version, is it?
Yes, that's the rough, and then go on and transfer it to that and do it all in colour. It takes very long, laborious time and very tedious.
Tell me about the story of the man.
Well, it's about this little chap, 7 inches high, that turns up stark naked one morning on a boy's bedside table, needing clothes and food and drink, and the story of their evolving relationship based on the thing at the front of the book, which is after 3 days, fish and visitors begin to stink, which is my experience. And
So they eventually had enough of each other?
Well, I think so. Yeah. After about 4 days, he's become rather tiresome little bloke.
What gave you the idea?
I don't know, honestly. I just start from the idea of something fantastical being absolutely real, that there are people this high.
Little people.
And how they survive and how they live.
And what they eat.
What they eat,
And he eats some rather disgusting things, doesn't he?
No, he eats normal things, and the boy's mother is a vegetarian health food fanatic, and the boy's slightly fed up with that, as we all are, and the man's wanting to get back to baked beans and chocky biscuits and all the things everybody likes.
But he eats his baked beans in a special way as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he puts sugar on them because they're unsweetened baked beans. Quite sensible.
So he's fond of chocky biscuits and marmalade.
Marmalade, just keen on Frank Cooper's Oxford marmalade, nothing else.
Which gets spread over the whole house in the end, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gets on the telephone and the television recorder and all that stuff.
Oh, no. Now, your other characters, you've written books like Fungus the Bogeyman. Now, he's just absolutely disgusting, isn't he? He's altogether horrible.
Yes, well, I don't know.
Why?
I quite like him.
And actually, Father Christmas isn't too nice either. He's a really bad-tempered version of our Father Christmas.
Yeah, well, he's a bit like my father, I think, and a bit like myself, always moaning about everything and being rather miserable.
Why did you decide to make them like that?
I didn't decide to make them like that. They come out like that because that's the way I think, I suppose.
I think that's more true to real life.
It was more true to me, anyway.
And that's more true... Do you think that's what children want to see?
No, I don't know what children want to see. I don't think about that. I just have the idea and get on with it as best I can.
Why did you first start to write?
Well, because I was illustrating books by other people, and most of them were so terrible, I thought I could do better myself, so I started for that reason, really, just to get something decent to illustrate.
What was your favourite one so far, do you think?
Out of all, I like When the Wind Blows best because it went into being a radio play. I'm very keen on radio plays.
Yeah.
And they keep turning down all the radio plays I've done since. So it's the one radio play I've done.
Well, I think they translate really well. I particularly like The Little Man, and I love the way he gets all his clothes made out of old socks and things like this.
That's right, elastic bands.
Well, if any of our viewers would like to win a copy of Raymond's latest book, The Man, a signed copy, I hope, Raymond.
Yep.
Yes? All you have to do is answer this simple question. Who had a hit single with Walking in the Air from The Snowman? OK? And all you've got to do is put your answers on a postcard, as usual, to P9, BBC TV, P.O. Box 9000, London, W12, 8ZZ. Thanks, Raymond.
Cal! Steele! Makita brought us all back up to date.
I can't begin to tell you how pleased I am to see you.
Well, try.
How pleased I am to see you.
Harder?
Oh, the pleasure of being back in the present. Hope, you shall hold Spamulalux a prisoner until the time of his trial. And speaking of trials, Andy Peters.
Makito, how you doing?
Peters, you must go and put on your wig and robe.
My wig and robe. I'm sorry, I don't wear... This is just an awful rumour. That Philippa Forrester, when I get hold of her, she says these things, but I don't wear a wig.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll lend you the gavel
yes.
of the educator, the lawmaker, and it will give you the power and the knowledge to be the judge in our forthcoming trial.
A gavel, isn't that something you dig with?
No, it's not. It's something you knock with.
Oh, that's a shovel.
Please,
Right,
please.
sorry, it's my attempt at humour.
Meanwhile, you can come and show me
OK.
who had the brilliant idea of turning time back.
OK, because we had all the letters.
Anything for me, Makita?
You may be called as a witness, and now I must go and prepare my prosecution case.
Oh, good luck, Makita.
Thank you.
Thank you for your suggestions, Spammy.
What suggestions?
Oh, Spam has just been helping me with my list.
What list?
Well, I started drawing it up in Netherspace. It's my wedding list.
Oh. Wedding list? Oh, no. No!
Now, you see, at CBBC, we got loads of letters with ideas of how to free the guys from Netherspace.
Right, it's just as well you did, really, isn't it?
Well, exactly, otherwise they'd all be locked up still, and then we wouldn't have a show. Anyway, look, Laura Westhead, who lives in Merseyside in Liverpool, your idea is the one that's been used. I think it would help everyone escape by rewinding the programme and having the game show again.
To get the questions right. Laura, you're a genius. Thank you very, very much.
And you're going to get all your Parallel 9 goodies, OK?
Loads,
now,
including Parallel 9 watches.
This is the sketch game.
Yes, rewinding time. We had a competition a few weeks ago to win this. We're going to show you how to play
this
it.
This right, OK, off you go.
We're good at this,
Ready?
watch.
Go.
It's really quite
Hours
good.
of excitement, 8 hours.
I need to practice, but
OK.
you know.
Shall I tell you who
The
the winners
winners
are?
of this competition, 5 of them are...
John Alessi, who lives in Hertfordshire. There's also Rebecca Mills, who lives in Cheshire. There's also Robert Stewart, who lives in Birmingham. Claire Young, who lives in Southampton. And also Rebecca, now, you'd say
It's
Dougal,
Dougal.
who lives in
Dougal.
Aberdeenshire.
So congratulations to all you lot that tote picked those winners. You'll all be receiving sketch games in the post.
Over here.
Thank you
Makita.
Thank you for all your suggestions of how to get me back to Parallel 9. I don't know what I would have done without them. Keep writing in, won't you? Speaking of writing, I wonder what it is that Skin's writing on that list.
Stand by, Skin Film Review. Stand by, roll 'em, action. Oh, that just reminds me, you know, of something that I've forgotten for my wedding present list. A megapigmatic film recorder with hologram decoder and built-in popcorn dispenser. No home should be without one. And talking of popcorn, I've got some here, because that's exactly what I missed when I was in Netherspace. Some good popcorn and a good film to sit down and watch. So I'm going to put that to rights with Amy. Hello, Amy. Do you like popcorn? Would you like some? There you are. Take some of that. And now tell me, Amy, there's a drink for you. What have I missed while I was in Netherspace?
You missed the release of Freddy as FR07.
A film? And what was that? What was it about, Freddy?
It's about a prince that gets turned into a frog by his wicked aunt, Messina, and he has to save all Britain's landmarks with Daffy and Scott.
Oh, does he manage to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. And what did you like most about it?
I like all the characters.
All the characters. Well, let's have a look at some of them now, shall we? This is Freddy and some of his characters, some of his friends. They're trapped inside Big Ben and they're being spirited away by some bad guys. Freddy, take one. Amy, what did you think of the characters?
I thought they were really fun and adventurous.
Adventurous. Who was your favourite character?
Daffy, because she's really ladylike, but at the same time she's really tomboyish.
Tomboyish. And what was your favourite bit in the film?
Where the frogs are all dancing.
The frogs were all dancing. Did you like the music?
Yeah.
You did? Well, let's have a little look at the music then now, because this is a clip where a friend of an ally of Freddy, Nessie, from somewhere called Loch Ness, I think, sings Shy Girl, Take Two. Oh, I like that. That was Barbara Dixon, by the way, singing, you know. And it wasn't a Disney cartoon, Amy, but how do you think it compared with a Disney cartoon?
I think they're nearly the same.
Nearly the same?
Yeah.
Is it as good or better, or...?
It's the same.
It's the same. You won't be budged on that point. Quite right, too. And now, out of 1 million, say, what would you give it?
1 million.
You'd give it top marks? Well, that's very good. Well, that's... What can you say? That's Amy's recommendation. 1 million top marks for Freddy FR07. That is the end of the film review. But now, the moment you've all been waiting for, it is competition, if I can get my teeth right, result time. Amy, if you get the videos, there are 8 videos over here, Walt Disney cartoons, and it was the Goofy's Olympic Goofs competition, and the question was, how long is the modern Olympic marathon? And the answer was 26 miles, 385 yards, and 42 kilometres, if you convert it. And the winners were, because there were 2, they are sisters, Stephanie Edgerly and Daniel Edgerly from Nottingham. Congratulations to the both of you, and you will be getting 8 Disney videos. And now, for the other moment you've been waiting for, the Batman competition results. And Amy, what have we got over there? We have got T-shirts and lots of Batman prizes and souvenirs for the runners-up, of which there are 2. And the runners-up were Andrew Rigby from St Helens and Peter Barber from Leeds. Congratulations to you both. You'll be receiving all this. But now the grand prize winner of the Batman competition. The question, of course, was who played the Joker in Batman? And the answer was... Jack Nicholson. Well done, Amy. And the all-out winner was Vandra Mariengi. I hope I got that right. Merengue, that's right. So congratulations to you. You'll be receiving this Batman game and Link's computer console. Now, talking of Jokers, Amy, pick a card. I won't look. Pick any card you wish. That's it. What is the card?
Joker.
Joker. That is absolutely correct. Isn't it amazing?
No, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not prettying myself up for skin. I'm just admiring this rather wonderful set of jewellery that has been sent to me by Gabriella and Lisa Webb of East Dulwich. As you can see, it's a rather simple but effective idea of making jewellery for me out of playing cards. I have earrings, a pendant, and a bracelet to match. Now, if you think that you could design some fashion accessories for me, then please do. I am going to set a fashion accessory competition. Lisa and Gabriella will receive special Parallel 9 goodies for giving me this idea. Now, any elders out there who think that they could probably knock up a pair of earrings, a brooch, or a bangle, something that is absolutely super simple for me and effective, then please do send in your ready-made designs before the end of August to the following address. Parallel 9, BBC TV, P.O. Box 9000, London, West 12, 8ZZ.
Still, pick a card. Pick a card. Yes? Yes, think about it, think about it. Put it back, think about the card, think about the card, think about the card. Is that the card you are thinking of?
No.
That is quite correct, because it's the card I am thinking of. Oh, but seriously, what I came to ask you, Steele, was, do you think we should have a set of tumblers for our wedding present list?
No.
Why not?
Because we already have a set of tumblers here.
We do?
Yes, we do. They're called the Mapapa Acrobats, and they're from Mombasa in Kenya. And they've taken a slight detour on their way to the Edinburgh Festival and dropped into Parallel 9. And they can show us what a bit of limbering up can do for the body. I think you should watch them, Skin.
Thank you, Mapapa Acrobats. And attention, Parallel 9. Court number 1 is now in session for the trial of Spam Ulanux. Judge Andy Peters presiding.
I have my book.
Settle down.
Please.
Please, please.
Please.
Please. Quick, quick. Order, please.
Order, please. Order. Spam Ulalux. It is charged that 3 Saturdays ago this very day, unlawfully, you attempted to disqualify a member of the Zabian royal family. Excuse me, order!
All right.
Ramen chips twice, please, Andy.
Enough of that.
Comedy at its best. Prince Mercator, you tried to disqualify him from your 72 million Zraduk question game show. You illegally committed him and sent him into Netherspace. How do you plead?
I plead, Your Honor, like this. Only kidding, folks.
The prosecution intends to prove, members of the jury.
Yeah, a fondue set, a cuddly toy.
And skin.
Oh, I am sorry, Mercator.
Yes.
Sorry.
I intend to prove that Spam Ulalux did knowingly break intergalactic law merely to provide high ratings for his vile, greedy, cheap little game show.
It's not cheap.
And that concludes my opening remarks. I only wish to ask Mr. Ulalux who he intends to conduct his defense.
I will, Your Honor, the lawyer who won't bore you, the brief beyond belief, Spam Ulalux. Now, may I address my comments to this court?
You may.
Post that for me, will you, Murky? OK. The court will receive my comments first thing Monday morning.
Your Honour, I object.
You object to him conducting his own defense?
No, to sitting next to Skin.
Oh, of course.
Only a rose, matey.
I'll only rose you in a minute.
Order.
Your Honour, may I suggest this trial is going to take a long, long time, and in the light of recent developments, do you think we might have a recess?
What developments, Mercator?
Swamp Thing is about to start.
This court is adjourned.
Thank you.
You are amazing.
To be continued. Will the amazing Swamp Thing stop Dr. Arcane from destroying the rainforest? Find out shortly. Meanwhile, the trial of Spam Unilux is about to recommence. Order in court! Order! Likely to be called to the witness stand are Mike McShane, who will be asking whose evidence is it anyway, Kylie Minogue and Betty Boo, who, under cross-examination, will be singing like canaries. And we'll bring you the result of our Meet Michael Jackson competition.
Yes, I'm single, yes, I'm single.
It's excessive, don't you?
No, so do I, Cal, so do I.
I can't afford a king-size recliner from double sleeping unit in a trans-dimensional vortex. Even if I did know where to buy one.
Oh, well, all branches of MF Einstein. What am I saying? This is getting ridiculous.
I mean, I know it's nice to start married life with every possible modern convenience, but I think it's going too far.
Cal, I have no intentions of embarking on married life. I intend to stay a happy, carefree, devil-may-care bachelorette for as long as thogrenly possible.
Ah, well, I think you've got a bit of a problem then.
What?
Well, Skin thinks you're getting married.
Yes, I know Skin thinks we're getting married.
Well, why?
Well, because I told Spam Unilux that we were engaged, you see.
Well, why?
Well, because I wanted a honeymoon.
A honeymoon? So you're telling me that you didn't want to get married, but you did want the honeymoon?
Yes. No, I mean, listen. On the 72 zillions Radok question, the star prize is always a holiday anywhere in the universe, you see? Now, I told Spam Unilux that Skin and I were going to get married so that I could win a holiday and get to the third moon in Dreof, where I have all of my loot buried, but it's about to be mined by the Zarbians, Cal.
Do you think CFAX subtitles would help?
The point I'm trying to make is I never wanted to get married. I only wanted to visit my mummy.
Excuse me.
Hello, Mike McShane.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, is this me?
Well, actually, some guy who has, like, food processor blades for teeth gave me this, and he said to give it to a lovely woman named Sky.
No. Steel.
Steel? Steel!
Congratulations.
Steel!
Yes, Steel. Well,
Steel. You're Steel.
yes, I am.
Do I kiss it or shake it?
No, you can do what you like to it, but I can tell you
Hey.
something that I know what this is. This is a Thorburn love, Daisy. Tell you what, Cal, my mother told me never to accept gifts from strange men.
He's not a strange man. It's Mike McShane. I'm sorry
Bye.
about that, Mike.
Queen of the Space Bummer.
Tell her who he is.
Funny man Mike McShane doesn't need a script to make people laugh. He just makes things up as he goes along. He first hit British TV screens in the improv show Whose Line Is It Anyway? Since then, he's hardly been out of our sight. He even starred with Kevin Costner in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. But here he is with Tony Slattery in the show Hysteria 3, as you may never have seen him before, in a rather fetching little blue number and rather too much red lipstick.
Shall I put on some music? If you must. Do you remember Venice? Venice!
Do you like wearing frocks?
Oh, not really. Is this your color?
No, just my colour. Would you like it?
Oh, no, that's okay. We'll sit over on your little vanity.
Do you enjoy dressing up?
It was fun doing that with Tony because he didn't see me at all while we were backstage. I sort of hid from him like a blushing bride. And then I walked backstage right before he went on. He went, and then he had to go and do his lines. So it was kind of nice just to watch him swallow his tongue.
So it was a real reaction then?
It was a real reaction.
Oh, no. You should feel quite at home. Welcome to Parallel 9,
I
by the
do.
way.
I just wanted to ask you, you don't have any cats on this planet, right?
No, we don't. Are you glad?
Good, yes,
Yeah?
yes, considering.
Yeah. No, we don't have any cats. I mean, you should be quite at home because, I mean, we never know what's going to happen here next, and you're quite used to that, aren't you?
Well, it's part and parcel of the job of being an improviser.
An improviser, can you tell me exactly what that is in...
Improvisation is a form of theater in which you go without a script. Now, you may get suggestions from the audience members or amongst the other people you were playing with. Mm-hmm. They may make things up as you go along. And what improvisation basically consists of is a gesture or something vocal called an offer. Whatever somebody says to you or does is an offer, and you take that offer and you enhance it.
So it's making it up as you go along?
It's making it up as you go along, but making sure that whatever you get, you accept and then add something to it.
I see, so building.
Yeah, it's building, so it's building.
Do you prefer to work like that than working with a script?
Well, they both have their charms and values. With the script, there's often sometimes more structure for you to play around in, if you're allowed to. But with an improvisation, since there's no structure, the sense of play is as broad as you let it go.
And your imagination can take you anywhere, can't it?
As farther than even these locations.
It must be really good if you're in a tricky situation. Have you ever got out of something really difficult by improvising?
When I was a kid, I used to improvise many times why my homework wasn't in on time, why I was late,
Haven't we all?
why my nose was bleeding unexpectedly after recess.
And someone else's fist was bandaged.
Exactly.
Well, could you tell me what this is then, please, Mike?
Yes, this is a Mulgravian whap beater, actually.
I thought it was.
Part of the, there's a museum out near Rigel 5. It collects a lot of these sorts of interesting intergalactic instruments.
And what about this?
This is a, I think it's a Borgavian spine creature.
Is it?
It's actually, yes, and can you just set it down?
It bites as well.
Yes, yes. Get those out or you'll start singing like a
And how
whole
about
moment.
this?
Actually, this is very close to one of the creatures we have on Earth, Cal, as you remember.
Yes.
It's a penguin, but this is a Venusian ring penguin. It doesn't eat a lot, as you can tell.
Yes.
And it thrives primarily on the cool breezes of the planet, which pass through this system, and that's where it gets its nutrients.
Where do you think them up?
Where do I think them
I think this is a hat, actually. I really do.
Say, yes, yes. Now, that's a crime on the planet, so don't let anybody see you doing that. Heel.
It's biting again.
Get out of here.
You're on tour at the moment, aren't you, with your show?
Yes, Jim Sweeney, Steve Steen, and I are doing a tour of Britain with it's called the Really Unexpected Tour.
How do we get tickets?
You can get tickets very easily. You actually can call this number, which is 071, if you have phones in space, which
do.
obviously you must, 071 704 1265. Now, don't get those other four numbers mixed up, because they're sort of like a...
Phone that number and you get tickets, or if you want to win tickets to a gig near you, all you have to do is answer this simple question.
In Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, who was the young, really good-looking actor who played Will Scarlet?
Will Scarlet. Not the one who played Friar Tuck.
Not
Will
the one
Scarlet.
who played Friar Tuck.
And the address to send that to is P9, BBC TV, P.O. Box 9000, London, W12 8ZZ.
I'm writing a poem to my fiancée. Now, let me think. What rhymes with steel? Yeah, I know. Veal.
Skin,
Yes.
I've got something that I have to say to you.
Yes, and so have I to you. My dearest darling, dearest steel, let me tell you how I feel. You mean more to me than veal, oh captor of my aching heel.
What?
I know, it should have been aching heart, but heart doesn't rhyme with veal. Here you are, steel.
I don't want your heel, Skin, or your heart, or your elbow, or your big toe, or even your poetry, or any part of your body. I want nothing to do with you. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Good.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll just go off and carry on with my wedding present list.
I'm speechless.
You'll get over it.
Oh, Taupe. Come on, Taupe, tell me what to do.
Can I make a suggestion?
No.
One thing you can do is stop worrying about the third moon of Dreoff.
Why?
Zarb has decided not to mine it after all.
Oh, thank Thugren!
They're going to demolish it instead.
What?
Demolish it!
Demolish it?
Yes, to make way for a pan-galactic communication satellite and combination orbital bowling alley.
I can't believe it. This is probably the worst day of my life. Now I'm getting a headache.
Might I suggest a massage?
You know, that may not be such a bad idea.
Thank you. Could you start with my left shoulder? It's feeling really tense.
Oh, shut up, you old windbag.
Old?
Yes, old. You're full of hot air.
And talking of hot air, I've been trying for the last 3 weeks everything I could to try and get back to Parallel 9. And I went along to Leeds Castle last week, met a balloon pilot called Robin Bachelor Extraordinaire and a load of his friends to see if I could get up here by balloon. This is what happened. Well, you know me, I'll try anything once. I didn't have a clue how I was going to get back to Parallel 9, but I know just the man to help me. No, that isn't Richard Branson. It's the man who taught Richard Branson how to fly balloons, Robin Batchelor.
That's what he goes there for.
How is it actually working?
Well, the only control I have is this burner, which heats the air up, which is up inside the balloon. Yeah. And that's my only control. So hot air rising is the essence of a balloon flight.
I see you, my friend, and touch your face again.
We've got no control over where we're going, have we?
Not at all, not at all.
That's part of the excitement.
Exactly, yeah. We just go with the wind. You know, you're just experimenting with different winds at different heights. Now, we're already at about 300 feet while we're crossing the motorway.
Ooh.
Good view.
We haven't even got a life belt.
We are a little crazy.
I mean, how long is the longest flight you've done?
The best one of my life was 7 hours right across the Swiss Alps. It was the most amazing flight. We made special plans. We had lots of fuel in the basket and just 2 men in a balloon slightly bigger than the Unipart one.
And a portaloo?
No, you try and ignore things like that, you know, when you go...
I don't want to go to the toilet. I don't want to be...
You could always pop down and land and nip in the bushes and then take off again. Let's wave at all the commuters on the train. Here he comes. Hello! Ah, there's the retrieved vehicle down there.
All these people running out watching these planes.
It's also work time as well, isn't it? Hi, guys. Ooh. Rupert's down in a field.
So Rupert's come down the field.
And Agatha.
We're just brushing the top of the trees. I think I could actually grab a leaf. This is incredible. This is weird. Wow. Look, souvenir of flight.
Well done.
In a sky full of people, only someone to fly. Isn't that crazy?
I think the CAA, the Civil Aviation Authority, have made a rule saying you have to be at least, I've forgotten, 16 or 17. But the youngest person I've ever flown was my baby daughter, Phoebe, when she was 5 days old. And my boy, Oliver, he is an expert. He's 5 and a half, and he loves it. He's got about 20 flights under his belt.
Good grief.
And he loves it. He does the burner for me, and...
How does he reach?
Oh, I have to lift him up.
It's a delayed reaction, isn't it?
Yes, it's all anticipation. Now, the balloon has got about 90,000 cubic feet of hot air. And so the momentum, the mass, the weight of it, is actually about 8 tons, which is why it doesn't want to do anything quickly. It doesn't want to go up or down suddenly. Once it is moving one way, it doesn't want to stop. So you have to think. It's like driving a truck with no brakes. You have to think ahead.
We get a little crazy.
Now, I'm going to try and make a landing on this field. So what we're going to do is let it down slowly, bend your knees and hold on tight.
There's not much between us and the ground. It's just
There's
wicker.
not a lot. Hold on tight. Woo!
Yeah, you're okay, Cal.
Oh, dear, your legs on my foot. You all right? I think that was very good.
That was a bit of bumpy land.
The wind suddenly picked up. That's it, tough there, well done.
Where on earth are we? We're not on Parallel 9, but I had a great time.
Through a fractal on a breaking wall, I see you, my friend, and touch your face again. Miracles will happen.
More intrepid ballooning. Go along to Northampton this weekend, where you can see 90 balloons at the Northampton Balloon Festival.
There you are. We must get a move on. I've got to get back to Spamula Lux's trial.
I'm ahead of you, Mercator. Look, first stone.
Put it in. What a beautiful place.
It's the Ranthambore Reserve in India, and it's home to some of the world's most beautiful animals.
Anteaters.
No, tigers, Mercator. The trouble is, the Indian tiger is in danger of becoming extinct. A year ago, 44 lived on this reserve, and today there are just 17.
Almost 2 out of 3 have died. What has caused this?
What else but man? Men like these 2 poachers arrested this summer who admitted killing 8 tigers. The tigers are killed for their skin and bones for magic potions.
Surely a reserve should be a safe place for tigers.
Well, not necessarily. In fact, the success of reserves like this one makes the poachers' task easier, because the tigers see so many tourists that they lose their fear of humans, as this naturalist explains.
The friendly tigers were easy to hunt. They would pose in front of the poacher, not realizing that the poacher held a gun.
So, eventually, this beautiful creature could be wiped from the face of your planet?
Yep, except for a few specimens caged in zoos. And it could all happen sooner than we think.
If the present state of affairs continues, the tiger will go extinct in India in 5 years.
Only 5 years. Man is as dangerous to himself as he is to nature. I hardly dare look at the next stone.
Don't worry, I promise you, the next stone is a lot more cheerful.
Well, I shall put it in.
Here's a story from Spain.
Ah, Barcelona.
Nope, Madrid, and this has got nothing to do with the Olympics. 2 years ago, Madrid City Council decided to give every child born in the city its own tree to be planted on the pavement as close to its house as possible, with a plaque bearing the child's name.
A charming gesture.
And a smart one. The idea was to make sure that the Spanish elders grew up as tree lovers and learned to appreciate nature.
A noble aim.
Yes, but so many babies were born in Madrid last year, 22,000 of them, that the city has run out of pavement space, so it's had to rethink the scheme.
I hope they've not abandoned it.
No, just adapted it. Now, the newborn elders are still entitled to a tree, but their parents claim it in a flower pot like these, which can either be planted in their garden or in one of the city's parks.
And they receive those certificates in place of the plaques?
Yep. Good idea, isn't it? I hope it catches on elsewhere.
Yes, it deserves to branch out.
Well, so long as you don't branch out into comedy, because as a stand-up comic, you make a very good sit-down prince.
Well, when I tell jokes on Zarb, they laugh first, then I give them the punchline, then, of course, I give them the beginning of the story, and then they're waiting in silent anticipation.
Well, they wouldn't find much to laugh at with this next story, I'm afraid. Watch. This is a story from the Earth's ocean, only it's not very happy, because this week, customsmen at Tilbury Docks in Essex discovered all this coral being brought into Britain illegally.
It's illegal to bring rocks into your country?
Coral only looks like rocks, Mercator. In fact, coral reefs are alive. They're made up of millions of tiny creatures called stony coral polyps, and they're home to thousands of fish and small sea animals.
So they're important to the ecology of your planet?
Yes, but they are also under constant threat from divers, from pollution...
And from smugglers.
Exactly. Customsmen like Dave Booth now have 80 tons of the stuff to get rid of.
We can't sell it because it is illegal. Therefore, we have to contact zoos and people like that to see if they will take some. Chester Zoo actually came down today and took some coral away. But the rest of it, if we can't dispose of it in that way, will have to be crushed.
Doesn't such waste make conservationists angry?
Yes, like James Martin Jones from the Worldwide Fund for Nature.
Not only are they amazingly beautiful things and incredibly productive, they're also the home to a huge number of different species. I mean, they're like the equivalent of rainforests on land. Coral reefs are just the same thing at sea.
You Earthlings should take more care of your planet, and you're running out of time.
Speaking of time, Mercator...
Great orbiting spacecraft. I'd forgotten about Spamula Lux's trial.
Attention, P9. The trial of Spamula Lux is once again in session. Judge Andy Peters presiding.
I must hurry back to court.
I wonder if I've got time to do the Michael Jackson competition winners.
I'm very sorry, Cal, but you've been summoned for jury service.
Oh, do I have to?
Yes, Cal, it's absolutely imperative. Right now, silence in court.
I would like to call as my first witness Skin of Thorb.
Right, thank you. Good luck.
Please raise your right hand.
There is nothing in my hand.
You haven't taken the oath.
Of course I haven't taken the oath. What would I want with an oath? Honestly, as soon as something goes missing on this planet, everyone blames me.
Shut up and raise your hand.
Sorry.
Do you promise to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Of course I don't. I mean, what a question to ask me.
At around this time, about 3 weeks ago, were you or were you not sent into Netherspace along with Steele and myself?
Yes, sir, I was.
Who did this to you?
Spam Eulalux, sir.
Do you see this person in the court?
Not yet. Could I use my spectacles, sir?
Please, as quickly as possible. Put them on.
Thank you. Thank you. Not quite. No, wait a minute. There. Ah! Yes, there he is, sir.
And the prosecution rests.
Mr. Eulalux, arise. Would you like to give a cross-examination?
No, I shall give a very calm examination. Mr. Skin, how can you be so sure that it was me? Could it not, in fact, have been an imposter, an android, say, or a clone, or indeed an old enemy of Mercator's driven half-mad with a desire for revenge cunningly disguised as myself?
Well, I suppose it could have been, yes. Why? Was it?
No, it was me, but I had you going there for a minute, didn't I?
Oh,
yes, you
move
did.
On, get your point.
My point, members of the jury, is that you see before you a man who has devoted his life entirely to entertaining others. A man who has no less than 78 Venusian Variety Awards on his specially extended mantelpiece, yes. A man who every year stages the Spud Eulalux Intergalactic Charity Golf Classic whilst simultaneously hosting the Eurocosmic Song Contest. In short, members of the jury, I am the male you cannot jail, too slick to convict, the one, the only Spam Eulalux. And if you return a verdict of not guilty this morning, then you could win a set of champagne glasses, his and hers bath towels, a plutonium-powered microwave oven, a cuddly toy.
Oh, enough of all this. The court has run its course. It's the time for the verdict.
Did you say a plutonium-powered microwave?
Skin.
Oh, but it's on my wedding day.
I think now would be a good time for us to retire and consider our verdicts, don't you, Judge Peters?
I couldn't agree with you more, Tote.
Good. Then while the jury are hard at work, we shall view part 2 of Swamp Thing. Still to materialize this morning on Parallel 9, the verdict on Spam Eulalux, and the result of our Meet Michael Jackson competition. Bodacious Betty Boo will provide a live Parallel 9 performance. Oh, and what kind of fool do you take me for, forgetting that megastar Kylie Minogue is here singing What Kind of Fool?
Don't
That was Kylie Minogue with her new single, What Kind of Fool? Well, I don't think Miss Minogue is any kind of fool. She's an absolute megastar, and I am very honoured because she's here with me on Parallel 9. Hello,
Hi,
Kylie.
how are you?
Thank you very much for coming up to Parallel 9. Now, you've just released a Greatest Hits album, yeah?
Yes, I have.
Now, does that signal some sort of change in your career now, wrapping up the old and going into something new?
Yeah, it's like, well, wrapping up. It feels like a neat package from the last 5 years.
And do you see yourself changing your music, say, maybe going away from the dance style and going to something like rap or becoming a rock chick like Cher?
No, not a rock chick. I'll still do dance music, but it will obviously be a bit different.
Now, you're very well known as a singer and, of course, for Neighbours. And to a certain extent, you've done a lot of growing up in public, haven't you? Do you get fed up with the press, sort of sniffing around for Kylie gossip and news?
Yeah, the press, well, the press can be fabulous and they can also be dreadful, so it just depends which particular cycle I'm in at that time. But yeah, I mean, the intrusion of privacy is not the easiest thing to do.
So in order to have a private life, do you sort of resort to elaborate disguises and sort of go down high streets wearing wigs and beards and things like that?
You know, one of those glasses with the nose and... No, I just put a hat and sunglasses on, but it really doesn't do much. I mean, I can be feeling very unlike me, and it's amazing people spot me.
So, do you find it very easy to relax? I mean, can you sort of sit at home and watch the television? Do you like doing that sort of thing? Do you get the chance?
Yeah, if I have time off, I normally shoot out of the country somewhere or, you know, spend time with friends. Or I often have days where I just stay in and watch videos or read.
Which videos do you like?
Ooh, well, I don't really watch the same ones over. I guess some of my favourites have been...
Catching up on films.
Big Blue and things like that.
Things like that. Yeah. Now, you've got into writing your own material as well, haven't you? I mean, where do you get your inspiration from?
All over the place, really. Yeah, I think people always imagine that you take it from, you know, books, films, magazines, which is true, but I take a lot of inspiration from my friends as well.
Well, I'm sure that your success story is going to continue, and for those Kylie fans who want to help us celebrate that, we're running a competition, and Kylie's going to set the question now.
Okay, which year was my single I Should Be So Lucky #1 in Great Britain?
Okay, and if you answer that correctly, you will win a Kylie LP and a Kylie video. And the question is, in which year was I Should Be So Lucky a #1 hit single for Kylie in 1985? Please send your answers to Parallel 9, BBC TV, London, West 12, 8ZZ.
Attention, members of the jury. Please reassemble in the court where Judge Andy awaits to hear your verdict.
Out of my way, out of my way.
Hurry up. I've dropped a stitch.
Oh, don't worry about your stitches.
Quickly. Time for the verdict.
Order!
All right.
Members of the jury, have you reached the verdict?
Of course we have.
Yes.
Well, I'm not...
Skin.
Oh, yes, Your Honour. And what is your verdict? Still quiet, please.
Well, he's guilty, isn't he?
May I speak now? Yes, he's 100%, unutterably, without a doubt, guilty.
Oh, it's such a shame.
Oh, my legal skill is still as sharp as ever.
I shall, of course, be appealing.
Oh, that'll make a change.
The verdict is guilty. Now the time has come to pass sentence, Judge Andy.
Sorry?
Pass sentence, please.
Yes,
pass
right.
sentence.
I'll have to pass sentence upon you. I think you're going to have to do community service.
Community? Which community?
This one. A couple of weeks ago, Spam came onto Children's BBC and he explained to me about his new game show that he's devised for the elders to play. Therefore, I'm thinking that for the next 6 weeks, you can do this new game show here on Parallel 9. That is your sentence.
Well,
How is it?
It's quite nice, but I think you'll have to talk to my agent.
Quiet, you. You should think yourself lucky that Judge Andy has been so lenient. If I'd had my way, I should have sentenced you to the cork mines of Quackslack. And as a prince, I can override a judge. And I
On
might just...
second thoughts, I would love to present your new show.
Good. And there will be 2 conditions. 1, nobody ever gets sent into Netherspace.
Oh, spoils. Well,
Yeah.
what's the other condition? I'm afraid I'm going to have to hurry you.
The second one is that you host the first edition of your show and our show immediately.
Better get going, then!
Oh,
no time to waste.
You know, I'd do anything for that microwave.
Anything?
Anything.
Follow me.
Yes, it's Parallel Playback, the game show that starts where the others finish. They've already got prizes, now all they have to do is give them back to win the game. Here to help them is the reverse rules master, Mr. Spam Unilux.
Goodbye, stuttering Spam Unilux here, bringing you the best in reverse revelry. Yes, it's Parallel Playback. But before I end as I've begun, let's meet the little flower with all the power who I'm just so potty about, Skinette. Oh, I must say, Skinette, that's a marvellous dress you're wearing, sugar.
Oh, thank you, Spammy. You say the sweetest things.
And have you enjoyed playing the show this week?
A week, Spammy? I'd rather call it a century.
Is that the time?
Oh, yes. And it's time to replay...
Playback! And who did you have on the show for me this week?
Well, this week, Spammy, we had Yama from Eccletrom and Annie Rock from Yentup. And they both enjoyed playing
Playback. So let's get the game off to a good finish as we begin with our last round.
Backfire.
Yes, Backfire, our quick-fire backwards round, where for each right answer you can give back...
5 prizes.
5 prizes, and the questions each have 2 sounds. If you're right, there's a song. If you're wrong, it's a bong on the gong. Who's first for the first question, Skinette?
Well, first, Spammy, we have Yama.
Yama. What English word is this?
Second.
That is... Take 5 prizes. Annie Rock, in your language, what word is this?
Season.
That is... Take 5 prizes, Yama. Here is a Zarbian photograph of my favourite means of transport. What do you call it?
Motorbike.
That is... Take 5 prizes. Annie Rock, spell tribe backwards.
B.
Oh! I thought you was going to get it there. Unfortunately, the spelling you're looking for is E-B-I-R-T. Yama, who is this?
Jason Donovan.
That is... Take 5 prizes, Annie Rock. I have one of these at home on Zarb. What do you call them?
Hoover.
That is... Take 5 prizes, Yama. Spell glory backwards. Glory.
Y-L-O-R-D.
Sorry. The spelling you're looking for is Y-R-O-L-G, yes. Annie Rock, who is this?
Michael Jackson.
That is... Take 5 prizes! Skinhead, let's check. How did they score?
I don't know. I can't cope anymore.
Tope. How did they cope?
At the end of the final round, Yama has given back 15 prizes and Annie Rock has given back 15 prizes, which means that they are level with 2 empty shelves each.
Well done, Yama and Annie Rock. Keep chasing the space as we go to round 2. Rewind. And, of course, Rewind is our round where backward sound and video give you the chance to hand back...
10 prizes.
10 prizes for each... right answer. Now, who is the first for the first question, Skinette?
Well, this time, Spammy, we have Yama.
Yama. Have a look at this piece of Zarbian film.
Watch the man in the centre. He's signalling already that he intends to be last, and Zarbian rules, of course, that's what we're looking for. Over the hurdles they go, and some of them, you'll notice, have hurdles already on the ground. They have to pick them up with their feet as they go over them. They mustn't leave a hurdle on the ground when they get to the finishing line. And keep in mind, come in last, whatever you do. You'll get a chance to feel behind yourself to see if there are any more hurdles there, even a chance to sneak a last look as you go for the last kneel. Be the last on your knees.
Can you tell me in which city were this year's Olympic Games held? Which city were they held?
Brazil.
Oh! The city was Barcelona, yes. Annie Rock, watch this.
And what is it? It's a bunch of caterpillars in a leaf-building dance. There's one caterpillar out on the edge of a twig, and he's starting to build a leaf by spitting out little tiny bits of leaf. They jump all over the twigs, looking for the right place to start off, and then they start building, all putting the leaves together in their own fashion. You'll see one here. Look how delightfully he does that, tiny piece by piece, as if it were a jigsaw.
Now, can you tell me, Annie Rock, what type of tree produces acorns? What
Oak tree.
Oak tree, that is! Take 10 prizes! Yama, listen to this. What farmyard animal was that?
A cow.
That is! Take 10 prizes! Let's hear it and see it. Annie Rock, a rewind sound for you. What was making that sound?
Was it a cockroach?
That is! Take 10 prizes! Let's hear it and see it. Yama, a piece of Zarbian film for you.
Domino Zarbian sweets. Pink and white coconut slices, they all stand up and hurry along to the sweet volcano for chocolate coating and a spurt of raspberry sherbet.
Now, can you tell me, Yama, what is the least number of dots on a single domino? The least number of dots.
1.
The answer is none. Annie Rock, another piece of Zarbian film.
A Zarbian Olympic contestant sneaking a drink from someone else's can. Now, don't spit it out, it'll only come back in your face, and there's none left in the can.
Now, can you tell me in which year are the next Summer Olympic Games to be held?
1996.
That is... Take 10 prizes! Skinheads, let's check. How did they fare?
Well, I don't know, and I really don't care.
Tope, how did they cope?
At the end of round 2, Yama has given back 25 prizes and Annie Rock has given back 45 prizes, which means that Annie Rock is leading by 2 empty shells.
And now it's time to get off to a good start with our final round. Round 1. I'll go to the starting point. Skinhead, Sugar?
Yes, sweetie?
Would you like to announce it?
Certainly, Sugar.
Thanks, sweetie.
The final round is over there, but do come back, because it's back and there.
And, of course, in round 1, you could get to give back 25 prizes each as you chase the space. Prizes for the end, middle, and the start. As you can see, a mixture of eggs and milk. You have to reassemble the eggs into half a dozen eggs and the milk into the jug and then travel safely backwards over the obstacle course, unpopping your 3 balloons at the end. Well, go!
And off goes Annie Rock. And there's Emma waiting, and she'll get points for that because it's the last to start and the last to finish we're interested in. Emma can have 5 points for waiting. And meanwhile, here's Annie Rock at her omelette mix. She couldn't wait to get at it. There goes Emma. I think she can have another point. She left it so late. She can have 10 points there. And there she goes. And here we watch the egg yolk being separated from the milk. And Emma having a bit of trouble there, whisking rather fast, and she's got drops of egg on the table. Now, can she get them back into the eggshell? That's what we'll be interested in. She's having rather a lot of muddle there, I think. Meanwhile, look at Annie Rock She's producing eggs, 5 points for those eggs. Those are brilliant eggs. You wouldn't know they'd ever been broken. There she goes again, Ema, in rather trouble. I think she's slipping behind. And Annie Rock, another 5 points for that. Why not? Eggs, absolutely brilliant. And she's backing off away, of course, out of sight, over the ramp there, not in a very interesting style, if I may say so. And here we see Ema having to leave her eggs. She didn't get any, but 4 points for that jump. And yes, 4 points for the way she slid over the barricade there. There goes Annie Rock into the tunnel. I'm going to give Ema another 5 points for the way she went over that bit of balancing and entering the tunnel. And now let's watch Annie Rock there. Very interesting little dance at the bottom of the ramp. She can have 3 points for that, and they're up to the top. Who's going to finish first? No, it's a draw. I'll give 23 points to Ema, and Annie Rock can have 13.
And at the start of the round 1, Yamar has given 48 prizes back, and Annie Rock has given 58 prizes back. So the winner by 1 empty shelf is Annie Rock!
Well done, Annie Rock. And as the winner, you can choose 2 of these magnificent prizes. And Yamar, for coming a very close second, you can choose 1.
Yes, they're truly Mega Rooney prizes. Now for a big trifidicious hand for the host of the show, Spam Uniluxe!
Hello to you. It's the show that's new, and as you know, right can be wrong. But before we leave you, we'd just like to sing a little song. Go we ever where? Do we ever what? Together it through, go always we'll.
Well, thanks a lot, Spammy. What did you think of it?
I thought it was rather good, but Cal, can I ask you one question?
What?
Do you think you could get air conditioning on your planet?
I'm trying, Andy, all the time. I really am.
All right.
Listen, that'll be back next week, Parallel Playback, so watch then. Very exciting, isn't it?
You could be Spam.
What's even... I don't want to wear the wig. What's even more exciting is... the Michael Jackson composition results! Yeah! We had thousands and thousands of entries, and it's no wonder, because do you know what the prize is?
No.
Right, wait for this.
OK.
You get to go to the Leeds concert.
Go to the Leeds concert.
Right, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Stay in a posh hotel.
Posh hotel.
Go by helicopter into Roundhay Park, where the actual concert is.
Right, yeah.
Go backstage.
Backstage.
Meet the people who are involved with putting it on stage.
Yeah.
Then meet Michael Jackson himself.
What, just meet him? Just
meet him. And what's even better is you go with me.
Oh, flip.
Brilliant, isn't it? Stand where you are.
Oh, sorry.
Then you get to go to Paris, as if it wasn't enough fun already. You get to go to Paris next month to see this concert there as well.
Oh, what a showbiz prize.
We've had loads and loads of entries, obviously. And I think most of them are from you, aren't they?
Exactly.
But the questions were... The first question, what was the Jackson 5's first hit single in this country?
The answer, I Want You Back.
The second question was, where exactly in California does Michael Jackson live?
The answer, his home is in Neverland, and it's in Santa Ynez Valley. OK, so we took both answers.
Question 3 was, which famous film star held her wedding at Michael Jackson's home recently?
Miss Showbiz herself, Elizabeth Taylor.
Woo.
Nice perfume as well.
Thank you. And finally, we asked for the name of the supermodel who starred with Michael in the video for his single In the Closet.
And it was Naomi Campbell.
So there you are. Loads of you got the answers right. Loads and loads of you. But here comes the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm going to pick the winner.
You get so excited, Cal. You must calm
it's a
yourself.
big competition. All right, are you ready?
Okay.
Bit of a drum roll.
Hurry up.
I am doing. Ta-da! This is the winner. I'm not going to tell you who it is, though. I'm going to keep you in suspense, put it in my pocket, and now I'm going to pick the 5 runners up.
Okay.
Who will win copies of this book, Dancing the Dream by Michael Jackson, and this T-shirt. Aren't they marvellous prizes?
Lovely.
So the 5 runners up. Are you ready?
OK, you dig, I'll read.
1.
1.
2.
2.
3.
3.
4.
4.
And, oh, this one, 5.
What kind of a postcard is this? Look. Mark Wilson, what do you think you're doing when
Mark
you've
Wilson
won?
from Stockport. That's where I come
yes.
from.
Congratulations to you, Mark.
Congratulations,
That's
you're a
the first
runner-up.
This one, look at this. Here we go. Julie Stewart, who lives in in Scotland. Congratulations to you.
Coatbridge in Scotland, Julie. Congratulations.
Claire Ryan, who lives in Manchester. Congratulations to you.
From Lee.
Look at this nice picture of Pippi Schofield. This is congratulations to Teo Otoki, who lives in London, NW1. Well done.
Well done, Teo.
And also...
Good likeness.
Thank you. And also Donna Ragg, who lives in Kent. Congratulations to you too.
Congratulations to all you lot. Brilliant. The winner now, I'm going to announce it. Da, da, da.
So I'm doing the drum roll.
The winner, you're going to go tomorrow and meet Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Lindsay Sargent from Camberley in Surrey.
Congratulations.
Lindsay, well done.
Wow.
Get your toothbrush packed. Would you like to meet Michael Jackson?
I'd like to be Michael Jackson. What do you think?
There is a resemblance, actually.
I think
isn't
so,
there?
really.
Yeah.
I like a thin nose.
Hello, Skin.
Oh, hello. Listen, hello, Andy.
Hello, Skin.
There is your carnation. Put it in your buttonhole. If you haven't got a buttonhole, sort of clench it between your teeth, flamenco style. Olé, as the duck would say.
Exactly, olé, hola.
Have you got your invitations?
What invitations?
Your wedding invitations. Here you are.
We're going to
There
a
you are.
wedding.
There's
Thank
another.
you.
Oh, no. This is Steele's. I better give it to her. I mean, she is the bride, after all. I mean, the event wouldn't be the same without her, would it?
No.
Have you seen her, by the way?
Skin Steele doesn't want to...
Want to what?
She doesn't want to be bothered at the moment because she's doing bands in the sand.
Bands in the sand?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I
know
never
nothing.
mind.
I know nothing. I have nothing to do with it.
Perhaps I'll catch up with her later.
Oh, Andy, I know I should have told him she doesn't want to marry him, but his little face looks so happy
I know,
and
it'd be so sad, wouldn't it?
matrimonial.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Bands in the Sand, where Parallel 9 takes a candid look at the new videos and decides what's hot and what's not. This week we've got two videos. We've got Janet Jackson and Luther Vandross with The Best Things in Life Are Free, and Take That with I Found Heaven. I am the peach on the beach, and this week's fishes in the dishes are my special guest, Mr. Mike McShane. And another special guest, Karina Byrne. And another special guest, Amy Davis. OK, and I'll be asking them to vote with their flags by putting their flags into their favourite band video, and the band castle with the most flags will be shown at the end. And without further ado, let's get on to see Janet Jackson and Luther Vandross with The Best Things in Life Are Free. And that was Janet Jackson and Luther Vandross. OK, Mike, now, you never actually see Janet or Luther in that video, which is very interesting. So what did you think of it?
I thought it was great because what you do see is the cast from the TV show in America called In Living Color. It's got Damon Wayans and his sister and a whole bunch of really funny people, and they just made a film, which this video is for. And so I have to give it a good vote because the film's funny and it's very nicely spirited.
So it's a double thing. You could sell a record and sell a film.
Easily.
OK, Karina, now what did you think of that? They all seem to be having such a good time.
I thought it was quite good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you go out and buy it?
Maybe.
Now, perhaps you, Amy, would quite like to see Janet or Luther in there singing. I miss them.
Yeah, you do miss them. You do miss them.
Do you?
I'd like to see them, but I like it.
OK, now I'd like to think how many flags you'd give that, and we'll go straight to the next video, which is Take That with I Found Heaven. Ooh, the sun on that beach was quite blinding, wasn't it? Yes. Now,
Sonia.
Mike, what did you think of that? A little unadventurous.
A little unadventurous, a little posy, a little like they're all advertising for blue jeans.
Yes, I mean, do you think those kind of square jaws and, you know, stomach muscles sell records?
Well, yeah, it does sell records, but, you know, if you have somebody who looks like that and on top of it they can actually sing and they have a great spirit, that's one thing. But these guys, I don't know.
Bland, really, aren't they?
I wouldn't go out and buy
Now,
it.
Karina, what do you think? They're being sold as hunks and brutes. Would you go out with one of them?
I think it was quite good, but it was a bit predictable.
Yes, it was, wasn't it? Would you buy the record?
Not really.
You're not really sure, are you? OK, Amy, what about you? Would you rush out and buy that?
No.
What about if one of them asked to take you out? Would you rush out and go out with him? No. OK, I'd like you to think about how many flags you'd give that. And when I blow my whistle, I want you to jump up and put your flags in your favourite band castle. OK, should we get up? And are you ready? And... Oh, it looks as though Janet Jackson... Oh, and with a complete landslide, it's Janet Jackson and Luther Vandross with I Found Heaven. I'd like to thank Mike McShane, Karina Byrne, Amy Davis and the Peach on the Beach, and we'll go straight to that video. Best Things in Life Are Free.
I'm getting married in the morning.
Excuse me, please.
Oh, Steele, darling, dearest,
Oh, will you
sweetheart.
shut up, Skin, before I kill you?
Oh, such a great sense of humour, you know. That's why I'm marrying her. But seriously, though, I want to ask you a question.
And the answer is no. Never, ever.
Ah, but you don't know my question. That is not fair. The question is, who is the best man on this planet?
Very, very easy. Anyone but you.
And that is correct, because here he is.
Oh! Think so. You're back.
Hello.
Why are you wearing this ridiculous suit?
Because it shows I'm the best man on the planet.
Yes, my best man. Have you got the ring? Yeah, no, not yet. Wait until the ceremony. Look, sweetheart, it's
Bunny beer.
What's that?
18 carats.
This is just like a horrible nightmare. I don't think I can take any more. I can't bear it. I can't.
Oh, see you in the church, darling.
She seemed a bit upset.
Oh, no, she was just practicing her wedding song.
Oh, I see.
Attention, Parallel 9 guests. Thank you for visiting our planet this morning. We hope you enjoyed your visit. Your time beam back to Earth is now boarding.
Your watch goes backwards. And Amy, goodbye and thank you for coming and taking part in our Zarbian games. And Steele, what are you doing stealing off with them?
Peter, please, I have to get off of this planet, otherwise I'm going to end up making Skin's bed and doing his laundry. Oof, the thought of it makes me ill. Please, Karina, take me with you. I'll become a housemaid. I'll do anything, please.
You may not take her. Remember who you are. The dictator of Dreoff, a woman. Feared on a dozen planets and mildly resented on a dozen more. Remember who you are.
You're right, Makeda. I am steel. Stainless steel. Oh, it's no good. Please, don't come without me. Take me with you, Makeda. Take me with you.
Makeda, what is happening with my sweetheart?
She is over emotional.
Oh, I know what it's like, you know.
Calm her.
I always cry at weddings myself. Oh, come on, darling, sweetheart. Oh, darling, sweetheart, I've got someone I wish for you to meet.
Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. I've met the best man. It certainly can't be any worse. Who is it this time?
This time it is the vicar.
Bless you, my child.
If the only way to end this nightmare is to marry you, then I do. Do you hear? I do.
Oh, thank you. Well, very nice. Bunny beer. I don't.
I beg your pardon?
I don't want to marry you.
But...
Yes, I have never wanted to marry you at all.
But the wedding list, the flower...
Well, I think it's what on earth you might call a wind-up.
A wind-up.
That as well.
But Skin, why do you have to go such elaborate lengths to play a trick on Steele?
Revenge, Makeda, revenge. You see, the way I see it, it was all because of Steele wanting the honeymoon on the 72 zillions Radrock question that put us all into Netherspace in the first place. I just wanted to teach her a lesson.
And I'd like to teach you a lesson. How about how to disembowel a Thorburn in 30 seconds?
Oh, no, thank you.
Give me my headband.
Thank you.
Now, remember, you're going to miss Betty Boo on the beach.
Ah, Betty Boo.
You are lucky.
Saved by the Boo.
I don't know, them two. Before, Steele set a competition to win loads of Kylie goodies, and the question she asked was... What year was her song I Should Be So Lucky a hit in Britain? She gave me the answer and she said it was 1985. I think she was just trying to win the competition. That's not the right answer, so I just thought I'd tell you anyway.
Naughty Steele,
Isn't
that's
she
all I'll
terrible?
say.
Are you all right up here, Andy?
I'm fine, I'm quite
So
fine.
I've got a letter here that says, Dear Kaz, I have a friend called Caroline Flux and we all call her Kaz or Carolel 9. Well, actually, my name's not Kaz, it's Cal, C-A-L, but I'll let you off.
As in calendula.
As in calendula, you see? Short for marigold, kind of. Please will you say hello to us? So hello to you, Kaz, from Cal. All right.
Okay.
What about this one? Could you
Do you
say
want me to quickly do
birthday,
this birthday? Yes. It says, happy birthday to Caroline Field from her best friend Helen. Happy birthday to you.
Let's go and see Betty Boo. Let me take you there.
I'm at work, I don't feel like working. The sun is out, don't tell me I'm blazing. It's so hot cause my ice cream's melting. We're only used to the same rain belting. Belting down, why don't we take the top down and drive around and pump up the sound? Or leave this desk go, yes, this is a protest. Go to the seaside and you could be my guest. cause you know we'll have a good time. Bathe in the sea and bathe in the sunshine. We got all day cause this time is all mine. We'll take it easy, the sun goes down at 9. We'll take a hamper with some cashews and champers. Now and then we need a good pamper. We'll make our way for the day with much plumpness. Excuse me while I make the most of this. Come and let me take you there. This is something we can share. Come and let me take you there. Ooh, yeah. Come and let me take you there. This is something we can share. Come and let me take you there. Ooh, yeah. Take protection, I don't say I didn't warn ya. You must be careful, goes pink as a lobster. Only have to look at the sun and then I go brown. Don't wanna upset you, come on, let's get to the fairground. The house of fun, the big wheel and the dodgers. There's loads to do,